Millennials are the biggest chunk of Indian population. That is our strength. And if you as a mutual fund distributor or an aspiring mutual fund distributor are not engaging with them, I think you are going to lose a big chunk of the revenue. In this video, I'm going to show you how you should engage the new age millennials so that you can become a successful mutual fund distributor. Hello everyone, I'm Shobhit. I'm a fin-based growth expert and founder of fin-based growth club, where we are building a community of new age mutual fund distributors. Now, why you should engage the millennials? As I told you, the first and most critical part is they are one of the, or more than half of Indian populations are millennials. So if you are not engaging them, you are losing a big chunk of the revenue generating resource. The second thing which I would like you to consider is these are the target market which has a very long earning potential for you as a mutual fund distributor. Now, what I mean, if you catch them young, they are just starting their career, they have just started earning. In a long term, they can give you a very consistent growing income. They are going to be starting small with you, but with the long-term basis, as their income will grow, their savings will grow, and you as a mutual fund distributor is going to benefit on a long-term basis. So just don't look from the today's point of view. You should look at them from a 5 years, 10 years, 15 years point of view. And if you are going to look and if you are going to look at them from a long-term perspective, they can be a cash cow for you as a mutual fund distributor. So I hope I have made clear to you why you should look at the millennials and you should catch them irrespective of their current business potential. Now, what you should be understanding about them so that you can engage with them in an effective manner. The first thing which you need to understand about them is understand their psyche. Now, please understand, if you look at our whole educational system, the initial 15-20 years, whatever we have been taught, it has been only targeted to make us capable of earning money. We have been never taught on the subject as how we are going to manage their money. So whenever you are talking to them, you need to make sure that you don't bombard all the information which you have on them, because those will bounce back from them, because they have been never taught on the subject as how they can make their money work hard for them. So whenever you are interacting with them, you need to show empathy and sympathy in terms of understanding what they understand about the money. Most of the time, whenever any advisor is or financial advisors meet these millennials, they keep on bombarding all the jargons and all the theory and knowledge which they have downloaded or got from the various companies. And as I told you, since we have been never taught on these subjects, we need to be having more patience and we need to understand their psyche first. You should be a good listener. Prepare your questionnaires in such a manner so that you are seen as more a guy who is ready to listen about what they think about money. Okay, so you need to make this very clear that whenever you are meeting them, you should be ready to listen to them as what they think about money, how they behave with money, so that you can give them a holistic picture. Now, once you are clear with that, let's talk about how you should approach them. What should be the approach you should have whenever you are targeting a millennial? So the first thing which you need to keep in mind is you need to understand that most of the millennials don't have a habit of savings or investments. So before diving into investment, we need to first create a habit of savings with them, because I believe that savings and investments both are very important. Those These two things are complementary and not a competitor to one another. If the client is not having savings, the investment will not go very far. So first you need to start the habit of savings. So you need to start working with them to creating their emergency fund. They should have a bank balance so that whenever they require any money for any short-term expenses or uncalled for expenses, they should have some money to bank upon. It is very important guys to create a habit with them. अगर उनको सेविंग्स की हैबिट नहीं है तो वो इन्वेस्टमेंट भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. You need to understand whether they are in a habit of taking using lot of credit cards or personal loan. If that is the case, you need to first change the habit and inculcate them the savings habit first before coming into the uh, investments. Other important thing is you need to always keep in mind that whenever you are planning any investment for them, it should be in line with the emotional goals which they have. Now, what I mean by that? I mean by that is whenever we are meeting as a mutual fund distributor, we start with the long-term perspective. रिटायरमेंट के लिए प्लान किया क्या या और किसी 5, 10, 15, 20 साल पुरा आगे के गोल के लिए प्लान किया क्या? What I would like you to understand is this. Since we are starting a habit of investment for these millennials, we need to understand what they really want. If they want to go for a bike, if they want to go for a vacation, if they want to go for anything which is very personal to them and more importantly emotionally attached to them, you need to plan for that first. Don't scare them that they have not planned for their retirement. They have not planned for their other long-term goals. But we need to be understanding that first we need to make them in a habit of investments and savings. We need to boost their egos. So understand any requirement or any aspirations they have and you plan for that first. If we are going to do that, we are going to create an habit and that is going to help them in continuing in their investment journey for long term. So please keep in mind whenever you're interacting with them, you need to make sure that whatever short-term aspirations goals they have, we need to plan them first. If you are able to do that, then definitely you are going to have a long-term benefit because once the habit is created, it will be easy for you to plan for their other financial goals and then they will be able to continue in those goals for long-term basis. Other hack which I can give you is whenever you are planning any investment from them, since they are not in that habit, then you should plan a product which is forced for the particular purpose. So one scheme which I can suggest to you is ELSS schemes where 3 years is the compulsory lock-in. So even though the emotional up and down or roller coaster will force them to withdraw the money, the structure of the scheme will not allow them to withdraw those investments. So you can plan with the those kind of products which have a compulsory lock-ins so that they can be stuck in those investments for a longer period of time. You can plan for their taxation in case they are in a high tax bracket. And there are a lot of things which you can get into once you start interacting with them. I keep on telling mutual fund distributors whenever they are meeting their client, they should follow 70-30 rule. 70% of the time your client should talk, 30% of the time you should be talking. And the homework starts before you meet the client. So prepare well what you are going to ask so that your client is going to open to you. So I hope you got some structurally sound ideas as how to approach millennials. Most of the time we are so blind to get business on a huge quantity that we forget to see the long-term benefits or long-term prospects for us. I would highly recommend that please keep in mind millennials are gold mines which you can give you your retirement plans. And in case you want to build a successful mutual fund distribution business, in case you want to be a successful mutual fund distributor, then do join my 90 minutes masterclass. In this masterclass, I'm going to show you how you can become a successful mutual fund distributor. I'm going to leave the link for the masterclass in the description. I would love to see there. In case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel as of now, I would highly recommend that do subscribe, hit that like button if you like the content. I am going to see you next time. Thank you very much.